Hi, stamping friends. It's Marilyn here at Stamping Creations with Marilyn, coming to you for my Thursday Night Live. Trying to do this each week, and I hope that you'll come back and join me each week. I love the community that we're building for sharing what we love, the card making, the Stampin' Up, just everything. So while you're coming on, please let me know where you're watching from. Say hi, tell me what kind of day you've been having. And as usual, I do have a few things to share with you. So while I'm going to turn the camera down to the desk and share a few things with you, I'd like to hear what you do as something just for yourself. And the reason I came up with this question today is I was lucky enough to go for a massage, which I usually do every 4 to 6 weeks, something like that. It's my looking after me health thing. And I've got a wonderful gal just down the road here from Spruce Grove in Stony Plain, and she is very good at what she does. She's very patient. She's easy to talk to, and I just really enjoy it. So each month when I'm there, I book another one. So tell me, what do you do for self-care for yourself or just for your own thing? So hi, Linda. Glad to see you, and you found me. That's good. That's always a good thing when I can see a name and that somebody has joined me. So welcome, welcome. So I am going to do that jiggly thing where I turn the camera around. And someday I'll have that figured out so you don't get seasick or whatever. But and then I'm just going to share a couple other things with you. And we are going to make a card using the thanks and hello embossing folders. So let's try this. Turn the camera to the other side of my room, and hello, Karen, I see your name. Great to have you here. And like I say, hopefully don't make you seasick that way, but we will try that. And then I'm going to check on my iPad and make sure that I am watching in the right place, but obviously if you guys have found me, that's a good thing. So you're there. Good to see. And hopefully using that event the way I have is easier for you to locate me. So let me know that as well. Otherwise, my question was, let me know what you do for self-care for yourself, something that you do just for you. I had a massage today, and that is just for me. I do that regularly, whether it is every 4 weeks, 6 weeks, just whatever I can fit in my schedule, and I love doing it. So we have, before I get too far and cover it, my current host code. So if sorry, I'm busy trying to make sure everything's working right. My current host code, if you are ordering with me under $200, I do appreciate, I definitely will appreciate you using that. We currently have our mini catalog and all kinds of things in there that I haven't even got to yet, but I hope to get to a lot of them to share with you throughout the next few weeks. And of course, for another month, we have Sale-A-Bration. Sale-A-Bration is the best time to join my team. Anytime is a good time, and you're always welcome. If you have an order, your wish list is about $135, you're best off to do this because you get $165 all the time of what your choice, whatever you want to pick. But for the month of September yet, you can pick from one of these 12 bundles and get those as well. So they go anywhere from $48.50, which is a punch, to $81.75, which is a die set. And I do have that one, so I'm going to showcase that one eventually. So all kinds of choices there. And those you can find not only the description of them, but you can find the list of them in the very back page here. If you live in Canada and you do not have a demonstrator, I would love to have you join me. And if you have any questions, just give me a call and we'll chat. And the other thing that is top on my list right now, and I'm busy working towards with Joanne and Lillian, is our 5th stamping staycation. Now, some of you I know have been to all of them, and I thank you for coming back again and again to them. We love doing it. We love having you there. So just a reminder, anywhere from anyone from anywhere in the world can join. It is Saturday, September 11th from 9 to 4:30 Mountain Time, which is our area. For only $52, you get all kinds of things. We are going to be doing 6 live presentations. We already have on the Facebook group, the private Facebook group, we have 2 challenges and another one coming this weekend for you to do cards, casing cards out of the catalog or something and sharing it with us. We will have secret stamping, which is the time when you get to stamp with us. We give you a list of what you need from your stash and the sizes of paper, whether you need a punch or a die, ink, designer paper, that kind of thing. And you get to create with us. So that's a great time as well. We also record everything and do PDF printed copies of all of our projects. And those you get the next day or two after the session is over on Saturday. So that'll be Sunday or Monday that we'll get that out to you. And it's yours to keep. Also, the Facebook group will be there. It will be closed for comments eventually, but it will be there for you to go back and look at what's there. The live videos will be there and everything. So it's a great deal for only $52. And like I say, you can join from anywhere in the world. You can also join if you're not on Facebook. So I know you obviously are because you're here. Hello, Susan. Welcome. So if you have a friend who's not on Facebook, would like to join, we have had people in the past join when they're not on Facebook, and they still get the videos and the PDFs and everything, so they can take part in it later. But before we go further with that, I just want to share a few projects that we've done in the past to give you an idea. We do things like fun folds, techniques. This is one that we did with a shaving cream technique. Another one with a shaving cream, just a different use of it. We do fun boxes or bags. I was going to say containers, whatever they are. This is one that we did, and it folds out to make a different kind of Christmas card. That particular one was. So we do that kind of thing. This would be a fun fold. This is just highlighting the masculine set that came out. We have another one that's a book fold, so just a different technique again. And using some designer paper and tools that Stampin' Up! Have at the time. So that gives you an idea of what it is. If you'd like to join us, registration is open until noon on September 9th, and we're in September, so just a reminder. So if you have anyone who would like to join, if you've joined and you have anyone who'd like to join you, please pass on the information to them. Thank you. Also, I love getting your comments, and I love having you share what we do here. And for everyone who shares, no, not shares, for everyone who comments, not each time, once their name is on the list, their name will go in for a draw for the card that we're making tonight. So before we finish tonight, we will draw of all the names I have on the list for this card that we created last week. So I'll lay it up there, so hopefully I don't forget. So tonight I thought, and leave me questions if you have, make comments, concerns. I'm always, if I can't follow them as we're going through today, I will certainly come back and follow them later. So the embossing folders that I'm going to highlight are these tonight, called Thanks and Hello. They are a dual set. You can see this one says thanks. If I hold it so it's not quite so shiny. Plus thanks in a lot of other languages like danke, merci. And then the one that I have cut for the card tonight is hello. So hello, bonjour, hello. And some of these other languages that I don't know. So a great deal, plus because they are the narrow shape, you can use them in the mini cut and emboss machine. So they work well. I have done the embossing just to save a little bit of time. Excuse me. So I'm going to use basically the same colors as that one. I have an 1.5 by 5.5 in Cajun Craze. And those of you who follow some of our sites on social media saw that I posted the other day that we have just had our door painted close to this color. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Especially, I guess, coming into fall, because it reminds me of fall colors. So then I cut designer paper, and this is from, I don't have much of it left, the In the Wild designer paper. So you can see it's got all kinds of animals, and to me it's got fall kind of colors, so that's what I was aiming for. So it is cut at 5 1/4 this way by 3 1/4. My gold is 5 1/4 by 2 1/4. So when I put them together, I want to make sure that they do not exceed 4 inches, because I've got 4 1/4 here. I think should be. Measure from the right side. Yes. So what I did was put this layer on my 4-inch. Put my adhesive on the bottom part of this. And when I ran this through the cut and emboss machine, I did really work hard at making sure it was straight, because that would bother me if I didn't have... And then because it's 4 there, and if I put this right up at the top of that grid paper, I should end up with a 4-inch piece that's going to fit on my card. So you can see there is quite a bit of an overlap if you look along here, but I was following, France Martin did this one, and that's the sizes that she used, so I thought, okay, I will use that. I used ribbon on this one. I'm going to use something different on this one, but before I do that, I am going to stamp my greeting on the inside, and I have chose from Beauty of Friendship. Love this stamp set and the dies. I'm going to show you a little bit of something with that afterwards. And this Friendships Refresh the Soul. Using the same ink. Another great thing that we have with Stampin' Up, of course, is that the inks and paper match perfectly. And I will try to stamp it straight. And that's why I stamp it before I put it in my card. And that's all the stamping I'm going to do. It was, you know, we have been trying to do more simple cards, not get them too wild and, not wild, but over the top, so people feel they have to have everything. And I'm struggling with that. I don't know, how about you guys? Do you always like to have just a little bit more of this, a little bit more of that? Let me know. Even that sample that I did, when I got done, I thought, oh, should I tie a bow on it? Should I? No, let's just leave it with just a layer and see what happens with it. So that's my inside. Then for this one, I am going to pop it up with dimensionals. I can get them out of the drawer without them being stuck. And that is just for a little bit of interest. So I will place my dimensionals on there. And 2 or 3 in the center as well, so that it doesn't sink. And we'll see what we come up with. I haven't been successful with, what the heck is that? Extra piece of plastic. With using my take your pick tool to take those off, like some of you have, but make sure I'm going the right direction. And hopefully I'm in the camera. I like to turn my cards over and burnish from the back. So, very similar. I've got a hello and a thanks. And then I have our cork paper. And I did a few things, and I'm going to show you those after. I tried to, it's thin. It's very thin. So, one of the things I tried to do didn't work very well. And I just want to share that with you because there's only 2 sheets in a package. So I decided on this one, instead of using ribbon, I would just put a layer, a 1/2-inch strip of the cork. And because I use liquid glue, I can move it just a smidgen. So there's my card. But let me show you a couple things. I did 2 other cards using, excuse me, after the storm stamp set. So I cut the cork here, and then I cut the gold shimmer paper, which is beautiful stuff to work with as well. And I did gold embossing on the center. And again, this is Frenchie's $1 million set. And then I thought, okay, let's see if we can do heat embossing on the cork. It did work, which hopefully you can see. But it didn't stand out as much as I'd like, but it's okay. You know how it's, you do things like that and you think, well, that wasn't exactly what I wanted, but it's okay. So then I went to this stamp set, which is the one I used the greeting on here for, which is the Beauty of the Season. Beauty of Friendship, Beauty of the Season. Has these dies. And I thought, oh, cork. Let's cut out a tree. Well, I did. And it's okay, but it was a lot of work. I will show you, because I have it still in here, what I have left. And and it, I'm thinking that I could probably, see if I've got something to lay that on to show it a little better. If you mounted it on a dark background piece, I think it would look kind of spooky, like maybe a Halloween tree. If there is such a thing, Linda, I know you're a Halloween fan, so maybe something like that would work. But it took a lot to get the tree out of here, so I wouldn't recommend cutting something that fine. Whoops. You get the picture. You see what I'm trying to show. I'm not going to throw it out, obviously. I will use it somewhere along the line. But I think, in hindsight, what I would cut next time with something like that would be more of a full open, like this, and put it on top of there for a tree, like looking the cork, something like that. So then I thought, okay, what about a punch? Let's try a punch. So I went to my Evergreen tree punch. And again, I think the reason, I mean, I did get this one and I will use these on some cards, but I think the biggest problem was, and correct me if I'm wrong, and you guys help me if you know different, it is so thin. This cork is, like if you compare it to, even to the gold shimmer, it is really, really thin. So I'm going to probably stick to shapes like this, solid shapes, as I mentioned, like this, like this. If we still had circle punches, they would be great. But just a couple things I thought I'd share because I learned them as I was trying to get ready for this class. So, let me know what I see a couple of you saying that you like the cork. Tell me what you've done with it. I'm really interested in knowing what can be done. And what other type of die cutting, or do you, I know I watched somebody with a video on it, and they did did they do? They did coloring it with black ink and then clear embossing. I wonder if you used adhesive sheets. That's true, Karen. It might help if you used adhesive sheets. Yeah, that would certainly give it extra weight, kind of thing. So let's give it a try and share your comments as always, but share your cards if you've made some with it, and we'll see what we can come up with together. And also, I didn't mention in the beginning, but I do love it, and it's really an honor if you will share my Facebook Lives with your group or with your friends, and we can get more in the stamping community. So I have some cards to share with you that I've received. So let me just go. This is one that just came in the mail today from Gail in Saskatchewan. Thank you very much, Gail. I have to try that. I've never done that one yet. So a neat technique again. An autumn greeting for Thanksgiving, which is coming up, from Lori. So thank you, Lori, for that one. I do a card swap with my team. For each person can sign up whenever, as long as they sign up by the 15th of the month, and I ask that they mail the cards by the end of the month. We get some happy mail. We love it. This is a Christmas card that Bonnie sent, and she has taken the bedazzling paper and colored it. So that's really a neat technique as well. This one is from Lorene, just done in the black and white. A little bit of shine on that back, and I love how she's put the different layers on that one. And this one by Sharon, that same die that I was just showing you, plus the color and contour dies. And she also did that on the one on the inside, which I thought was a very neat addition to it. I love it. So thanks, Sharon. This one is from Linda. And it opens this way, but again, kind of a subtle background. Love the colors, and a little bit on stamp on the inside. So thanks, Linda. Hello, Rhonda. Welcome. This one is from Terry, and again, kind of a different fold. Isn't that kind of neat? Showcasing the designer paper. And Nancy, and I like how she's done the strips of designer paper, just to use them rather than, I know mine kind of lay in my package of paper, so a great way to do that. And then this is the one that I did with different colored layers behind designer paper, and just one of the words from, and I can never remember the name of that, Amazing You, I think it is. It's a stamp set that's got 3 or 4 of the bigger words like that, plus some smaller ones. So, so some great things coming around, and I hope to be able to do spin-offs of those and share them with you in the coming weeks. So, if there aren't any other questions, I'm going to draw for this card, and I can do that if I take my iPad and where I have the names all inserted. These are all the names that commented last week. And Faye is our winner. So as I said before, please send me your address, direct message would be the best, and I will get that card out to you. So Susan, love all the different cards. Yes, I do too. It's a great way to share our community that we have with card making, and it gives, in my case, I do a lot of cards for family and friends for birthdays and anniversaries, and unfortunately recently I've done quite a few for sympathy, but it's just a great way to keep in touch with people. And with COVID, like here in Alberta, some of you I know are from Alberta, you know that our COVID numbers are rising again, and I think we're going to spend a bit more time at home and not going out to even see family and friends for a while. So sending cards is a great way to keep in touch. And I love it if you can do the same. I'm going to have some new classes coming up. They will be virtual. So again, I would love to share that information with you. If you're on my newsletter, you will get it. And I will probably advertise them here as soon as I get everything put together. As well, if there's anything you would like me to demo, please let me know. I'm always looking for ideas. And of course, watching a lot of other videos. I don't want to copy exactly, but the basis for it is really a good thing. And maybe even, I know a lot of you do mystery stamping, so maybe we'll even work on one or two of those to kind of mix things up a little bit in there. So if there's no other questions, I don't see anything else coming across the feed. So I want to thank you all for joining. And you've commented, most of you have commented on there, so your name will be in the draw for next week for this hello card. So thanks again, and we'll chat soon. Take care.